because you didn't even make the team. Yeah, because you wouldn't make it if you did. Wait, so today we're looking at mean, mode, and range. Mean is your fancy word for average, so it's the sum divided by the number of items. In order to get the sum, you got to press equals. So if you have 2, 8 plus 12, you would divide that by 3 because there's 3 numbers. And make sure that you press equals so you get the correct sum of 22. Okay, so this middle step here that's highlighted is the most important to get a total, then divide by 3, and you should get 7.3. If you didn't get 7.3, it's because you didn't find the total. So you actually just typed into your calculator, only divide the last number by 3, and then add it to the front numbers so you get 14. That's incorrect. You got to make sure you tell your calculator to find the sum, so press equals, or you can use brackets. That's fine. All right. Now we're looking at the median, which is the middle number. First thing you do is list in order. Any questions, guys? Nice little recap for you. So if we have this number here, these three numbers, 8, 12, and 12, so 8, 12, and 2, that's the first thing you have to do. You're right. Put them in order. 2, 8, and 12. 2, 8, and 12. Benson, it's not that funny, man. 2, 8, and 12, Benson. 2, 8, and 12. Did you write it down? No, you're still drooling. Wipe it away. Let's go. That humor is just for me. So to figure out the middle number, when it's small, it's pretty easy, right? All you're going to do is cross off the outside numbers, 2 and 12, and the one in the middle is 8. So 8 is your median. Okay. But when you get an odd number, an even number, it's a little bit more difficult, a little bit more challenging. Okay. So here we have 5, 8, 10, 12, 13, and 13. Okay. Now there's 6 numbers. I'm just making these up. Yeah, I'm just making these up. So after you did a survey, you do this, or if you're doing a science experiment. Yeah, exactly. So this time I was nice to you. I put them in numerical order. So all we do is we start on the outside and cross off the outside numbers, 5 and 13. Then cross off the next outside numbers, 8 and 13. So now we have 2 numbers in the middle. Which one do you think is the median? Nope. Neither of them. Ha ha. What you got to do now is you got to find the average. Okay. So when you have an even amount, you have to find the average of the 2 leftover numbers. You got to find the average. When you have an even amount of numbers, you have to find the average. How do you find the average of 10 and 12? Not first. What do you have to do before you divide? Starts with an A, ends with a couple of D's. That's right. So you got to go 10 plus 12 divided by 2. Works out to be 22 divided by 2. And you get 11. So 11 is the median. It's the middle. Kind of like the median of the road. You know what you try to drive on, Benson? Hopefully not. Okay, you don't want to drive down the middle. Okay. So 11 is your answer when you have the middle number, median. Any questions with the median? Yeah. I'll let you guys copy this down here. I'll give you a second. Quick pause. Next one, we're looking at the mode. Okay. I'm not divorced. Oh, whoops. Sorry, Alex. Don't mean to have some bad feelings there. Hopefully it, yeah. So mode, the number that appears most often. Number appears that most often. Mode's a little tricky. Paige, Maddie. The mode's a little tricky because sometimes all the numbers appear once. Sometimes you have more than one mode. You can have 2 or 3 modes. Okay? So that's a little bit tricky. You can have 2 modes or you can even have no mode. And if you have no mode, you would actually write down no mode, which in itself is a little bit weird, right? But so be it. This is math. Only weirdos do math. Okay, so here we have a number set 12, 13, 13, 14, 15, 15, 15. Okay, write those numbers down. Write those numbers down. Okay, so the last one here, which number appears the most often? 15. So you write down your mode is 15. Okay. Now what if I erased one of them? Say this number right here. Oh, whoops. Mode is 15. If this last 15 wasn't present, what would you say the mode is now? No. Which number appears most often? No. 13 and 15 have both appeared twice. So you'd write down 13 and 15 is your mode because they're equal. So you actually have two modes. Okay. A little bit rare, right, Kai? Kind of like you not being on your phone is rare. Almost. Last one we're looking at is range. So your range is how spread out these numbers are. Nicholas, if you're concerned about your music, take your earbuds out or get off your phone during notes. Okay. If you have a very strong focus, a small range, you know your experiment is successful. Okay. So your spread of numbers is your high number minus your low number. High minus number minus your low number. Looking at the numbers above, what would you do to find your range for these numbers above? 12, 13, 14, 15. What's your high number? Minus what? 12, because 12 is the lowest. So your range is 15 minus 12. Your range is 3. That means your numbers are only 3 numbers apart. So you actually have a very narrow focus. Okay? That means you have good data. The answer you're looking for is probably there. Your homework today is 10.7, but you got to be careful because there's two 10.7s. I'll show you in your homework book in a second here. Okay, so you're going to go, it's right after here's your double broken line graph with Vancouver and Sydney. Then you have a skill builder, and on the next page, another skill builder. Then here's 10.7, you have the golf balls. Mean, median, mode, and range. Okay. So again, for the mean, you might want to write this down. Find the total, divide by the number of numbers, and press equals. Okay. You have a few questions here. They're somewhat ambiguous. They could be a couple different answers. Okay. And then you're working on here. A lot of this is fill in the blank. They kind of have some guided practice for you. And don't forget number 4, arrange the numbers in order first. Your range, highest minus your lowest. And then some problems, quit talking. Here's the raw data in a table for you to find mean, median, mode, and range. And then stop here at the bottom of page 459. Chase, stop at the bottom, page 459. Isn't it in Thurston? That's twice, man. Self-control. Any questions? We pitter patter, get at her.